I know this video is kind of ironic, but today I'm going to be showing you how to stop your YouTube addiction through a YouTube video. In almost every single video that I've made and every single video that I've seen other people make on quitting social media, there's this one common theme that I always see in the comment section, and it's that YouTube is the biggest problem. It seems like everyone is wasting the most time on YouTube. I always see these comments like, oh, what about YouTube? Is YouTube a social media? I still spend the most time on YouTube. I'm addicted to YouTube. It's like you're quitting social media to just get addicted to YouTube. And I hear this cope a lot that, no, YouTube is educational. It's long form content. It's not that bad. But all of us know that YouTube is still a distraction. The goal of YouTube, like every single other social media out there, is to keep you on the app for as long as possible. And they are succeeding. Which is why in this video, I'm going to be telling you how I turned YouTube into more of an intentional tool than a distraction. I'm going to first show you the setup that I use on my phone and computer to optimize YouTube. And then at the end, I'm going to tell you what it really takes to quit. I used to spend hours every single day on YouTube. And when I say hours, I mean I was on YouTube all the time. It was my favorite platform. It always has been. And I still spend the most time on YouTube. It was my kryptonite. It didn't matter which YouTubers I was watching. I had so many that I enjoyed, so many videos out there. It was this constant rabbit hole. And even when I decided to quit social media and I deleted all the other apps like TikTok and Snapchat, I still found myself on YouTube through the browser, through just re-downloading the app. It was so easy to waste time on it. And one day I stumbled across this extension, and the extension was called Unhook. And that's the first thing that I want to talk about in this video. This whole first part of the video is going to be about optimizing YouTube on your computer. If you don't care about that and you only want to optimize your phone, then just skip to this timestamp. Like I said, Unhook is the first extension that I found about YouTube, and it's absolutely amazing. It gives so many different options. You can block your home feed, you can block shorts, you can block up next videos, like recommended videos after you've already clicked on one. There's so much that you can do with it. It's honestly such a powerful tool. It really just does it all, and it saves me hundreds of hours from being wasted on YouTube. Literally stopped like 80% of rabbit holes from happening just because there wasn't anything for me to click on. It was just a very, very minimal YouTube. I personally use every single setting in Unhook except subscribers and top header. The top header will basically allow you to search, and obviously having your subscribers there will allow you to watch your subscribers' videos. But recently I have liked not having my subscribers there and just having the search bar. But if you want to have your subscribers, what I would recommend doing is to go through your entire list of subscribers and unsubscribe from every single one that you don't really like, that you don't really watch anymore. Only have those select few, maybe like 4 or 5 subscribers that you truly enjoy watching and learn from. And something funny that happened is when I was scripting this video, I actually went to YouTube to turn off Unhook to see what it would look like so I could figure out how to script the video, and I ended up getting distracted watching YouTube videos. That's how powerful YouTube is. That's how distracting it can be, but that's also how powerful an extension like this can be. I just want to quickly mention 2 more extensions. First one is called Hide YouTube Thumbnails. It's pretty self-explanatory. It hides YouTube thumbnails so that you're less likely to compulsively click on one. And the second extension that I use is Adblock Plus. What Adblock Plus does is if you have anything on the page that you don't want on there, that let's say Unhook doesn't get rid of, you can click on the Adblock Plus extension and then click on Block Element, and you can literally click on anything on the page and it will block it. Now moving on to the phone setup, I really don't like to use YouTube that much on my phone, and I really don't think you should be using it much on your phone either. Because in my opinion, when you're at home, you should most of the time be on your computer doing work and stuff like that. If you're ever on your phone, it should really only be for messaging and other stuff. So I don't think you should really even be on YouTube. Every single time, almost every single time I've gone on YouTube on my phone, it just turns into this distraction that I just get stuck in the cycle of scrolling and clicking on video after video. It's just so easy to get distracted on your phones, which is why I would recommend 2 options. The first is for you to get an app that locks YouTube at a certain time. You can download an app like Opal or Freedom, and it will block apps at whatever time you set it to block it. But my favorite option is I just ask my parents to set time limits on certain things. I give them the password, so I don't know how to like get rid of the time limit. It just, when it goes off, well, I can't use YouTube anymore. I literally have a 5-minute time limit on YouTube, so I can't go over that. You know how earlier I talked about Adblock Plus and how you can block elements? There is only one way that I found to do that on the phone, and it's through a premium version of this app called Safari Adblock. If you're using YouTube on Safari and you get the premium version, which either costs money or you can get referrals, then you can block certain elements on the page. This will take you a lot more time. It's harder to figure out. It's a little bit like, you know, confusing sometimes, but that is the only thing that you can really do if you want to customize your YouTube page on your phone. There probably are other apps, but I would assume that they're all paid. Honestly, just don't use YouTube on your phone. Only use it if you really, really need to, because I don't see for there to be a reason why you have to be on YouTube on your phone all the time. If you have something to look up, try to just do it on your computer where it's better optimized. And if you truly need to and you're out somewhere and you need to look something up, then yeah, you can do it. I would really recommend trying to stay away from YouTube on your phone because it just turns into a very easy distraction. So those are the easiest low effort ways to optimize YouTube on your phone and computer. But now I want to talk about what it really takes to quit, what it really takes to turn YouTube into something that's intentional. We all know that just putting these blockers and stuff in the way isn't going to stop ourselves if we choose not to. We obviously can get through any single thing, any single barrier we put in front of ourselves, we can get through it. If we really wanted to, you can get through the unhook, you can turn it off, you can do all these different things if you just wanted to start watching YouTube videos again. The advice that I'm going to give you here, and the advice that you really don't want to hear, is that if you want to spend less time on YouTube, if you want to become intentional and use it as a tool to learn, you have to just choose not to use it as a distraction. You have to choose not to go down the YouTube rabbit hole even when you want to. You have to choose not to turn off unhook even when you want to. You have to understand this. You are spending time on YouTube because you are choosing to. Somewhere in the back of your mind, you're thinking to yourself, no, it's completely fine that I use YouTube. You know, it's an educational app. I watch long form videos. You're coping. You're telling yourself that it's okay in some way, and that's why you continue to use it. You have to decide firmly right now. Look yourself in the eye in the mirror and say, we're not using it anymore. We're only using it if we need to. Never again, even if I want to really bad watch YouTube videos, it doesn't matter how I feel, I'm not going to compulsively scroll on YouTube. And that's the final. That's it. You're not going to ever go back to it and start like scrolling randomly on YouTube because you wanted to turn off unhook. You have to force yourself to be intentional. It's not just going to come naturally. These blockers aren't just going to like force you to become intentional with your use on YouTube. It all has to come from you and you choosing to only learn and watch the videos that you are choosing to watch and to not compulsively click or watch any other videos. YouTube was and continues to be the most distracting for me. It has the most power over me. What I'm trying to do here, and the entire reason why I gave you all those extensions earlier and I have you set up YouTube in this way, is so that you can easily become intentional. When you're on an app like YouTube that is so distracting, it's built to be distracting, the environment itself, when you change the environment to be more focused on actually helping you and using it as a tool for creating and learning, it becomes a lot easier for you to choose good videos and to choose to not use YouTube when you don't need to. It's so extremely hard to, let's say, not scroll if you have TikTok on your phone. You're obviously just going to open it up and start scrolling whenever you get bored. That's why you have to not have these apps on your phone. You have to view things through the browser. You have to have these extensions so that even when you view it through the browser, it's very, very easy for you to only search up videos that you want to watch. And it's much harder for you to click on any recommended videos because they're not there. It's just way harder to get into this cycle because you would have to look up the video and then you'd have to continue to like keep searching up videos to watch them. And it would just take a lot more effort, right? We're trying to make it harder and less effortless to mindlessly scroll, and at the same time making it more easy to become intentional with your use on YouTube. I understand that this is hard. It's not easy to be intentional. It's not easy to just choose, but you have the option to. You can choose if you wanted to bad enough. Just choose not to mindlessly scroll on YouTube, to choose to be intentional. It is your choice. You do have the power. Choose to start using YouTube as a tool. You will not regret it. Thank you for watching. I hope those extensions and everything are going to really help you, and I hope you decide to choose to stay away from social media, stay away from YouTube, because that honestly is the only way, is making the decision yourself and sticking with it. Please right now just consider subscribing, scrolling down, subscribing, and liking the video. It helps me out a lot and it really does mean the world to me. Join my free community. It's the top link in the description. And as always, never stop improving. You'll be grateful for it later.